Pain. People treat it like an enemy, like something to run from, to drown out, to bury. But pain is a teacher, a sculptor, a master of transformation. People avoid it, fear it, throw everything they have into escaping it. But the truth, the real power lies in embracing it, letting it seep into every cell, feeling it down to the marrow. Pain has a way of carving out everything you thought you were, every illusion, every lie, and leaving behind something raw, something real. Most are too afraid to get close to that edge. But those who do, they find power in the darkest corners, in the places most wouldn't dare to tread. Pain is the great equalizer, the one thing everyone understands, yet no one wants. It strips away pretense, leaves you naked in front of yourself. And once you master it, once you learn to breathe in that agony instead of pushing it away, you become untouchable. Pain no longer controls you. You control it. Every wound, every scar, every aching reminder becomes a badge, a mark of survival, proof that you faced the fire and came out stronger. People like to say pain breaks you, but that's where they're wrong. Pain doesn't break you. It remakes you. If you let it. Think about it. Everyone has pain, but only a few are willing to sit with it, to make it a part of who they are. The world taught them that comfort is the goal, that happiness is the purpose. But what's real power without scars? What's strength without the furnace that forged it? Those who chase comfort will never understand the thrill, the clarity, the focus that comes from mastering pain. They'll spend their lives numb, soft, trying to avoid the very thing that would give them the edge they crave. But those who master pain learn something no one else ever will. It doesn't own them. They own it. Pain sharpens. Pain focuses. It strips away the distractions, the petty grievances, the nonsense that clutters the mind. In the depths of pain, there's no room for trivialities. It forces you to see the world as it is, to see yourself as you are, raw and unfiltered. And once you've tasted that clarity, that purifying burn, there's no going back. You stop fearing pain because you understand that it's a tool, a weapon you can wield. Every struggle, every loss, every betrayal becomes fuel, becomes part of the fire that drives you. Pain isn't a weakness. It's the furnace that forges steel. People spend their lives avoiding pain, thinking that peace lies in its absence. But peace, real peace, comes only after you've walked through the fire, after you've looked pain in the eye and come out on the other side. Peace comes when you know that no amount of suffering can break you, when you've made peace with agony itself. Mastering pain is about understanding that you are stronger than anything life throws at you, that you can survive it, shape it, and emerge more dangerous than ever. Pain is a crucible, and those who endure it, who embrace it, find strength that others can only dream of. So, master it. Take pain into your hands. Let it shape you. Let it make you. And when the world watches, when they wonder how you continue, unbroken, untouched by the things that would crush others, let them marvel. Let them fear. Because once you've mastered pain, there's nothing left to fear. You are free. You are untouchable. And you have become the very thing others will never understand. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It means understanding that something is what it is, and that there's got to be a way through it. People mistake acceptance for surrender, as if to accept something means to give up, to lie down, and let the world trample over them. But real acceptance, it's the opposite. It's the fierce acknowledgement of reality, the cold, clear gaze into the face of what is. Acceptance doesn't weaken you. It sharpens you. It strips away the illusions, the denial, the excuses, and forces you to face the raw, unchangeable truth. It's about embracing the fact that this moment, this pain, is part of the path, that it's yours to conquer, to carve your way through, and that nothing will stop you. Acceptance is a weapon. It cuts through the fog of resistance, the wasted energy of if only and what could have been. To accept is to choose clarity over chaos, strength over suffering. It's saying, this is what I'm facing. Now watch me find a way. Acceptance is the moment you stop fighting the immovable and start focusing on the possible. It doesn't mean you are at peace with what hurts you. No, it's the beginning of war. A silent declaration that no matter how dark, how brutal, how relentless the reality is, you will find a way through it. This is where people fail. They think that if something isn't the way they want, if it doesn't fit their fantasy, then the only option is to reject it, to push it away. But those who are wise, those who truly understand what it means to endure, to overcome, they accept. They see the obstacle for what it is, not for what they wish it to be. And by accepting, by embracing the truth of it, they gain the power to move past it. Acceptance is not submission. It's the beginning of control. Control over the situation, over the pain, over the path ahead. Acceptance is saying, this is my reality, and I will find a way to turn it into strength. It's a defiance so quiet, so calm, that people mistake it for surrender. But those who accept don't surrender. They adapt. They shift. They move forward when others would break, would shatter under the weight of their own denial. Acceptance gives them clarity, gives them focus. It teaches them to look at the pain, the obstacle, and say, I am stronger than this. I will make this part of my power. Because mastering pain begins with accepting it. Accepting that it's there, that it's real, and that it's yours to overcome. Once you accept it, once you let go of the need to change what cannot be changed, you're free. Free to shape that pain, to wield it, to turn it into the very force that drives you forward. And that's how you master pain. When pain brings you down, don't be silly. Don't close your eyes and cry. You just might be in the best position to see the sunshine. Pain pulls you to the ground, makes you feel small, broken, helpless. It whispers to close your eyes, to surrender to the darkness it brings. But in that moment, when you're brought to your knees, that's where real vision begins. Pain strips away the illusions, the noise, the distractions, leaving you raw, vulnerable, but clear. The world is seen best from the edge, where the old comforts no longer work, where the familiar lies in pieces around you. And when pain lays you bare like that, that's when you're closest to seeing the light on the other side. When you're in the depths, there's a strange kind of purity in the way the world looks. Every distraction, every superficial comfort, every false promise fades, leaving only the truth, stark and unfiltered. Most people close their eyes, hide from it, sink into despair. But those who know how to face pain, to keep their eyes open even when it hurts, they see things others miss. They find that tiny sliver of light, the one that only reveals itself to those who dare to keep looking when it would be easier to give in. They see the path forward, the purpose, the strength hidden beneath the suffering. There's power in the darkness, in being brought to the lowest point, in being forced to confront what lies beneath all the masks. Because when the world drags you down, you have two choices. Shut your eyes and sink, or open them wider, wider than ever before. Pain becomes a kind of lens, focusing you, giving you the strength to see beyond what most people can. It's a moment of reckoning, a chance to discover just how far you're willing to go, how deeply you can reach for something more. To master pain is to understand this. Being brought down doesn't mean being defeated. It means being given a new perspective, a raw, unfiltered view of what matters. Cry if you must, but don't shut your eyes. Keep looking, keep searching. Because from the lowest point, the way up, the way forward, the light, all of it becomes sharper, clearer, brighter. It's in that place, in that raw honesty with yourself, where you begin to see the cracks of light breaking through. The sunshine waits for those who can bear to look for it, even through tears, even through agony. It's reserved for the ones who refuse to turn away, who master their pain, and who, in their darkest moment, find the strength to rise and reach for something more. That's the essence of mastering pain. Don't fight your pain. You can't win. The paradox of recovery is that you have to surrender to win. Pain doesn't respond to brute force, to denial, to sheer willpower alone. It thrives on resistance, on every attempt to crush it, to overpower it. The harder you push against it, the deeper it digs in, rooting itself into your soul. Fighting it is like striking at smoke, a wasted effort that leaves you exhausted, battered, but no closer to freedom. Pain cannot be beaten by force. It has to be understood, embraced. And that's the paradox. The only way to master it is to stop trying to destroy it, to let it in, let it teach you, let it change you. Surrender isn't weakness. It's the quiet strength of accepting what is. It's letting go of the fight, and instead, making room for the pain to exist, allowing it to flow through you, rather than pushing it away. To surrender is to say, I accept this. I'll make it part of me. And in that moment, pain loses its power to control you, to haunt you, to consume you. When you surrender, you stop giving pain the energy it feeds on. You don't allow it to define you. You take away its hold, its sting. You turn it into fuel instead of letting it burn you.